Harper hits one in the air, left center field, back it goes, the swing of his life!
There goes Davis! Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back! Auburn's going to win the football game!
Rose trying to get open, fires away! Bang! It's over! The Bulls win at the buzzer! Is trailing the lob. Oh! Giannis Antetokounmpo from Brisbane throws a thunderous hit.
Oh my good Lord! What a hit!
Welcome everybody, Ejected Podcast. It's been a minute.
We got a four-man show tonight. It's Rich Jarbo, Brian Loftus here, Dennis Van Feckman, and Reese Hoskins decided to join us here.
Oh.
How you doing, Reese? Yep. The empty chair. Where the hell? You were saying this before we went on the air. Look, the Phillies weren't supposed to be there.
Absolutely not. Nobody thought.
They were there. All right. And look, I'm very happy with the season. It's 2 days after the fact now that they got eliminated by the Houston Astros. But the fact of the matter was, you're up 2-1 at home against the Houston Astros. You have two more games at home. Games 4, where they got no hit. Combined no-hitter by the Astros. 0 runs.
It's unacceptable when you're in the World Series. You know?
That's an understatement, Rich. That's unacceptable. All right, brush that off. 2-2. All right, game 5 at home. You get 2 runs. Defense, butcher. Reese, how do you explain your defense? He's got nothing to say. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Golden sombrero. You got to be dicking my bird right now. Game 5. All right, 2 runs. Game 6, 1 run, 3 hits. Manager makes a controversial call. I get it. All right. You take Zach Wheeler out, who the catcher, JT Realmuto, even said he had lightning bolts coming out of his fingers that night. 98, 99. You were watching it.
I watched.
They pull him after 70 pitches. Runners at the corners went out. They bring in Alvarado. Look, Rob Thompson, great job. Manager in baseball, he can only lose you games. That's the old saying.
You should be the manager for the Phillies.
No, I don't, because I love Rob Thompson. Look, he brought in his 1A, 1B option out of the bullpen, and it backfired on him. And he gave up a 3-run homer to Yordan Alvarez, lefty-on-lefty matchup. Look, I don't believe in analytics to the extent that some people do. It's bullshit, a lot of it, but I always believe on lefty-lefty, righty-righty. It's been in the game for so long. He brought in the lefty, it backfired, 3-run home run, Astros win the World Series. Manager cost him the game, but the offense. Games 4, 5, and 6, you got 3 runs combined.
Here's my question. Back in 2016, the Astros won the World Series. Everyone said they cheated.
17.
It was 17? Okay, 17, sorry. Everyone said they cheated. Doesn't count. They cheated, you know? What do we think about this now?
Here's what I think. And it stings a little bit still. The better team won. The better team won, but it was there for the taking. And that's what pisses me off. The offense was anemic. The offense was anemic. And it pisses me off.
Anemic.
But you know what? It was a fun ride. My other ejected seat is daylight savings time. And we were talking about
you don't like it?
Wait, can we get it in the middle of the week? Let's not get it on the weekend.
Who likes it being dark at 5:30? Like,
I don't mind that whole thing.
I enjoy it.
No, look, on Saturday, when did it happen? Saturday or Sunday? I forget which day, but it happened on the weekend. I'm already off on the weekend. It was Sunday.
Technically Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. So I gained an extra hour of sleep on the day that I'm already going to have off. I understand.
I'm going to
sleep in anyway. Let's put that on Tuesday or Wednesday, man.
Right.
On a work day.
I understand. I enjoy it. I enjoy
I
it
do
when
enjoy
it gets dark earlier.
I enjoy it. You know.
I was wondering why I woke up so early that day. I was like, how?
Especially at Ejected Podcast HQ in Florida.
Yeah.
Because it's it gets hot, it gets cooler in the evening.
Obviously.
I'm gonna throw the Sixers up there. They're always up there for me.
Please do.
Now that I think about it, because I don't understand, man. I don't.
The Sixers.
What's happening? Where's all the? We have so much talent. I mean, everyone's injured now.
Harden's injured.
But this was before. I think Embiid's injured too. But he hasn't been playing. I don't know.
No, he came out with a sickness. They were surprised that he would. They were apparently a report I heard. They were surprised he showed up and he wasn't ready to play the other night.
Really?
With his sickness.
I didn't know he had a sickness.
I didn't know something.
It's ripe, and not to get it back to the Phillies so much because I want to put them on the back burner, but it's ripe for a coaching change right now. If there's ever a time, Glenn Rivers.
Oh yeah, let's get him out of here, man.
let's get him out of here. Look, if it's, I would like Jay Wright, but if it's Mike D'Antoni coming in, who used to coach, you need something other than Glenn Rivers right now. It ain't working.
Brett Brown?
No, you bring Brett Brown. No, you're nuts.
Can you imagine?
Brett Brown.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Maxey, by the way, let's leave him out because he's been doing fantastic.
Agreed.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he's been doing
He had a
great.
career high the other night, 44, I
He's
think.
been dropping points.
Ben Simmons comes back tonight for at least 20 minutes. Minimum, or most 20 minutes, I should say.
Your
I don't
thoughts
know what
on
I think
your thoughts
about
on
him
Ben
yet.
Simmons so far?
Oh,
as
yeah.
Net?
Ben Simmons, we should just trade him while we can,
He
man.
hasn't been that bad.
He's been
terrible.
horrible.
He hasn't
He's
been
been
like,
pretty... I mean,
If he's going to say it, you got to believe it.
He was playing.
If he's going to say it,
He's been playing decent defense.
Did you
though.
see him miss a layup?
I did see that. Yeah, that was bad. I know exactly what you're talking about. He airballed the layup.
Airballs a lot of shot, like any shot.
I know exactly
I
what
mean,
you're
he
talking
doesn't
about.
take shots.
That was bad, but that's what the media is going to show you.
No, Ben, I watched
That's what
their
Ben
games,
Simmons
and
is
it's
gonna
like
show you. I don't know why you defend this guy to the nth degree.
I think he's a good defensive player, and I think that's what he's there for, is for defense. I don't.
yeah,
think
but
he's
he
there for
creates
offensive.
turnovers too.
He had a really clutch defensive play the other night, now this was like last week, but he got a steal and tossed it off to KD for pretty much for the go ahead, and they won the game. Nobody talked
KD
about that.
without them.
I didn't hear
KD without
anything about
Kyrie
that.
and Ben Simmons right now is undefeated this season.
This is the best time of year, though. Thankfully, the World Series is done.
Right.
You got mid-season football. You got the extra week. Basketball's coming into form. Hockey's coming into form. We got World Cup coming up, too.
Yeah, I'm excited for November 20th because that's when the World Cup starts.
I don't know if you saw this. And we're not a big soccer podcast, but I woke up from my nap before the Phillies Game 6 World Series, and I woke up to the Philadelphia Union taking on LAFC. Apparently, it was the longest MLS
Oh yeah, it was
game.
the longest game ever, and it was arguably the best MLS game of all time.
You think You think the Phillies choked? Check out the highlights of the Philadelphia Union blowing that game. So it was 11-on-10 in soccer, which apparently is a big advantage.
Yeah, red card. You know.
Dude got red carded for LAFC. Phillies up by a goal.
Yeah.
Final minutes. It's like the 128th minute.
They had all right, so it was extra time at that point. So it was the 120th minute, and then they added 9 minutes of extra time on
Which is
top of
absurd.
that. So it was
That
the
is
100.
crazy.
Philly scored in like the 123rd minute, or I'm sorry, the 118th minute, and then they added +9.
So
and
just
then the
play
123rd minute, down one man. They have 10 men to 11 on the field. They freaking score.
A header.
Gareth Bale scores a header, dude.
I love
it was
overtime.
absolutely insane. Went to penalties, and the Union missed every single penalty.
Damn.
Here's the thing. Now, two-part. Ready? So the Union lose on penalty kicks. One, I don't like penalty kicks in the championship game of soccer. It's like hockey going to fucking shootout. No.
I love it.
Hockey's smart.
They normally don't
play
do
the sport. Play the sport. Why do you go to penalty kicks?
Imagine
Flyers
just being a big
Flyers and Penguins went to 5 overtimes.
5, dude.
Back in the year 2000. It was either 2000 or
insane.
2001. 5 20-minute overtimes. Imagine that. Like you said, it's an extra game.
That's a game and a
is
half,
an
pretty
extra
much.
They were getting, I heard stories about this, they were getting pizza and hot dogs brought into the fucking
fans?
locker room.
Or the
No,
players?
in the locker room.
Wow.
Yeah, they played 5 overtime. 20 minutes.
They
They're
need
playing
food.
Yeah, they need sustenance.
Yeah.
Keith Primo, it was, I think Lindros was still on the team at the time, but he had Flyers legends who never won a cup. But yeah, let's get into our top 5 because we got Roast the Host coming up too. Because we're talking about our top 5 personal greatest sports moments in our lifetime. And no better time to do it because I just had one that popped up 2 weeks ago and it slid into my top 5. Now, my honorable mention, I will say this. My honorable mention is Joe Carter in 1993. It was a bad one, but it got me to love the game of baseball. Joe Carter, you'll be able to find this. I want clips for this. Joe Carter, 1993, Game 6, walk-off, game-winning 3-run home run off Mitch Williams. Blue Jays beat the Phillies in Toronto, and I'm crying my eyes out as a 7-year-old. But there's better sports moments than that. But that's what got me to fall in love with sports. My top 5. So we're going to start off with first, Villanova, 2016.
Oh,
against North Carolina, championship game.
Beautiful game.
Archie Diacono gives the little kickback to Chris Jenkins. Jenkins calls Arch. Boom. Arch gives him a little shovel pass. Jenkins knocks down the buzzer beater 3, and GQJ Wright just struts down the sideline to go shake Roy Williams' hand. That was a beautiful one. Number 4, Allen Iverson, game 1 against the Lakers, the year 2001. Look, they lost 4 games to 1. It's a 5-game series. It sucked. But we went into LA against Kobe and Shaq. We stole that one. Iverson put on a show, hit that 3 ball, and then stepped over Tyronn Lue. Get the hell out of here. Take care. Comb your hair. Boom. Number 3. I'm going to go Philadelphia Eagles in the Philly special. 2017 against Tom Brady. 41-33. Super Bowl 52. It was glorious. Another Philadelphia team that nobody expected to be there. Nobody expected to beat Tom Brady with your backup quarterback. Tom Brady throws for over 500 yards. Get the hell out of here. Boom. Brandon Graham with the strip sack. 41-33. Eagles win. Number 2. We're going... I know they lost. We're going Bryce Harper. Game 5. NLCS. This just happened. Boom. That home run.
That was wild.
That place was electric. Get the hell out of here. Bryce Harper, you are the man.
Great celebration, too.
Oh,
Loved
my
it.
God.
Chills.
And that's my next purchase. Once payday comes on Friday, I'm getting the powder blue Bryce Harper. You best believe it. Great job by the Phillies this year. Tough loss. Number 1, the 2008 Phillies. 2008 Phillies. Brad Lidge. Bradley, ready for this? You want to talk about a good bullpen? 48 for 48 in save opportunities was Brad Lidge that season. Mother blow a save. 40, Howard, Utley. Go down the list. I don't want to name the whole lineup because we still got time. We need your top 5.
Rollins,
we need your
Oswald.
top 5.
I'm gonna go next. My number 5 is Bryce Harper. It was a great play. The reason I kind of have this there is as a like a videographer standpoint. There's the video that you've probably seen is the one on the first base line. You can see the crowd in the background. I can just imagine if I captured that, like how
You could capture that.
like that is something so cool to capture. Like just to say like I shot that. Like that was a beautiful thing. I loved it. That's kind of why I put that at 5. I really admired that. Number 4, I guarantee you guys, neither of you were going to have this on your list. Conor McGregor versus Floyd Money Mayweather.
Wow, really?
I loved that. That was very entertaining for me. Conor McGregor almost won that. And I only put things on my list this time that I watched and that I was like alive for.
I thought Manny Pacquiao did a better job. Than
I didn't watch that. I
Wow.
like this one. I always liked
Considering
Conor McGregor. He was
Manny
a cool guy.
Pacquiao is an actual boxer.
No, right, but this was one of the biggest pay-per-view buys ever, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was like, I think it's number 3 or something.
I think Pacquiao might have beat it, but that was.
I thought that was a good fight. I thought it was more defensive than anything.
Well,
There was
Floyd just was
Still a good
defensive.
fight. I didn't watch that one, but I watched this one. Speaking of 3, number 3, Kobe's 60-point final game. I really liked
That's a
that.
good one.
That was a great performance. I remember watching that game. It was fantastic. Usually those people in their final game, they don't do much. Michael Jordan, I think, had 13 points or something.
He did put up
points.
a lot of shots in that one, did
Yeah.
Kobe. But you know what? At the same time, he put up
60 points is 60 points. You know what I
I'm
mean?
with you.
Yeah, usually those in their final game, they don't do that. So that was really cool. Number 2, I have Auburn versus Alabama. When they ran that back, I was watching that game.
Oh, the Iron Bowl, yeah.
It was a missed field goal.
Field goal attempt when
yeah.
they returned it.
And because I always say this, I always flex. I say my parents were like about to turn off the TV. I was like, guys, it's not over yet. Is what I said, and they did that. And everybody they deny. If you ask them now, they're like, you didn't say it. I swear on everything I said. I was sitting right on the floor. I said, it's not over yet. Do not turn off the TV.
Good
It's not. It
idea.
wasn't over. Number 1, I have the LeBron block in the 2016 finals. That's got to be my favorite.
That's a good one.
That's
The
a good one.
chase down
Especially being a big LeBron fan growing up.
That's
He's
a good
pretty
one.
much my sports hero. I loved watching that. That was great. And then right after it, the Kyrie hit the 3.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Back when Kyrie
Kyrie
was Kyrie.
step back three right in his face.
I always tell people that in 2016, like, yeah, for the chase down block, for sure, like, LeBron won
huge
that.
defensive play.
Huge defensive play, but who hit the shot? Kyrie.
hit the shot.
And, like,
Exactly.
everybody, like, whenever they're hating on Kyrie, they, like, oh, LeBron won him a ring. It's like, no, he didn't. Kyrie played an equally important part to that
Agreed.
championship.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Shut your mouth. Yeah.
I
like,
think
hate when people say that.
without either of those people, they wouldn't have.
Yeah,
gotten
without
that
either
far.
of them, it doesn't. It's like yin and yang for that team.
I'm
But
with you.
LeBron's LeBron, so LeBron gets the. It was a cooler play, though. I think the block is cooler than.
Number 5 for me is when Marty Brodeur beat the goalie wins record, and I mean it's just insane. Marty Brodeur for the Devils too as well.
I've heard this name.
Marty Brodeur is arguably the best goalie of all time. People will say a bunch of other names involved with him, but no one really argue he's the greatest too. Like he's at the greatest level. You know what I mean? Number 4, I put the Cubs winning their World Series. The Cubs The Cubs winning that World Series was so historic.
Dude,
because
2016 was a year.
even though
man.
my family's not, we're Yankee fans, obviously, our whole lineage. But imagine my great grandfather was the last person.
It was like 91
1908.
years.
No,
Yeah.
it was 108 years.
Oh, wow.
108 years. 1908. They won in 2016, and a lot of my friends I know, a few of my friends I know from Chicago. I don't know too many people from Chicago, but shout out to them. Congrats on that. Number 3, I put that Kyrie LeBron block and then the Kyrie shot, like you said in the 2016 NBA Finals. Obviously, like that was like the 3-1 comeback. The 3-1
I forgot to
comeback.
even mention
yeah,
that.
the 3-1 comeback was the most amazing part of that.
And we got Roast the Host coming at you live right now. Dennis, beat it.
Yeah.
Real quick, while Dennis is getting out of here, if you're not familiar with Roast the Host, we do this on every podcast that we've had. Most of them, not everyone. But 2 minutes on the clock, 5 questions, sports trivia. Winner take all.
Winner take all. And so far, the hosts have a winning record, I must say that. Jackson has participated a few times before. Jacob, are you ready?
Jackson has a losing record.
All right. Well, at least the caller's honest. We got that going for us. All right, so 2 minutes on the clock. You got 5 questions coming at you. Are you ready?
I got it, Matt. Don't worry.
So, Jackson, are you ready?
I am ready. Sorry, I am at work, but I am ready.
All right, well, this guy's doing double duty. Good work. All right, first question. Clock will start after the first question. Here we go. Aaron Judge, most recently, was the 3rd Yankee with 2 50-home run seasons. Give me one of the other 2 Yankees that had a 50-home run season.
Roger Maris.
Incorrect. All right. Aaron Judge was the 2nd Yankee to reach 50 home runs before the month of September. Who was the other?
Babe Ruth.
Incorrect. You actually got that right the first time with Roger Maris. Judge nearly won the Triple Crown. 2 have won it with the Yankees. Name one of the other 2 that have won the Triple Crown with the Yankees.
And who is the example you gave? Jeter.
No, Aaron Judge nearly won the Triple Crown. 2 have won it with the Yankees. Name one of the 2 Yankees that have won the Triple Crown. Batting average, home run, RBIs. Led the league.
I'll go with Jeter.
Incorrect. Going to basketball here. Dunks. Dunks became an official stat in 1996. The all-time leaders in dunks. Give me one of the top 4 in all-time dunks since the year 1996.
Top and what the hell is his name? Vince Carter.
Incorrect. Major League Baseball. Edwin Jackson played for 14 Major League Baseball teams. Give me one that he did not play for.
The Cardinals.
Incorrect.
Wow.
0 for
What is
5.
that, 0 for 5?
0 for
Yikes.
5. All right. Now, we're going to bring Dennis back into the room. You still have a chance. Those were some tough ones.
No Shaq on the dunks?
Well, the Shaq is on the dunks.
I figured.
I know. He didn't see up. Yeah, Dennis, you're good. You can come on back in. What's up, Sam?
Yikes.
All right, well, I'll tell you how Jake did. You got your work cut out for you, Dennis. Dennis putting his headphones on currently. You got 5 questions coming at you. 2 minutes starting on the clock after I asked the first question. Aaron Judge was the third Yankee with 2 50-home run seasons. Give me one of the other 2.
Roger Maris.
Correct.
Wait.
No. Wait.
Wrong.
Aaron Judge, second Yankee to reach 50 home runs before the month of September. Who was the other Yankee to reach 50 home runs before the month of September?
Mickey Mantle.
Incorrect. Sticking with Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge nearly won the Triple Crown this season, batting average, home runs, and RBIs. 2 Yankees have won the Triple Crown before. Name one of the 2.
Mickey Mantle.
Correct. Dunks became a stat in 1996. We're going NBA. Dunks became a stat in 1996. All-time leaders in dunks. Give me one of the top 4 all-time dunkers.
Shaq.
Correct. Final one. MLB. Edwin Jackson played and pitched for 14 MLB teams. Name one he did not play for.
Rockies.
That is correct.
Wow.
Dennis.
3 for 5. Not
Dennis,
bad.
you win 3-0.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he didn't get any questions.
Oh, man, you had me sweating, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That first question got me because it was multiple 50 home run seasons, right?
So, with 2 50 home run seasons, correct answers for the first one. Judge became the third Yankee with 2 50 home run seasons.
Can I guess again?
Why not?
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth and
And-
Mickey Mantle.
Oh, and Mickey Mantle. In the first one, I said Roger Maris.
Second
So-
Yankee to reach 50 home runs before September, Roger Maris. Judge nearly won the Triple Crown. 2 have won it. Name one of the 2, Gehrig and Mantle. Dunks became a stat in 1996. All-time leaders, top 4, Dwight Howard, Shaq, DeAndre Jordan, and then LeBron.
Wow.
And then Edwin Jackson played for 14 MLB teams. I don't want to go through all
Yeah.
the teams he did not play for. Hey,
I'm
You
sorry.
got to be known as having like the hardest questions. These are some of the most difficult trivia questions I've ever heard.
But at the same time, they're
I enjoy them.
They're guessable.
Some of them are guessable.
They're definitely
It's just
guessable.
They are difficult.
It kind of makes you think.
But but my friend Iggy, we maybe one day we'll have him as our first in-person guest for a Roast the Host or something, you know?
Here's what I want to do, okay? Right before we move into another topic, or actually this is technically moving. Sometimes we like to switch it up, you know?
Yeah, why not?
It's not totally about sports, but it's got the draft aspect in there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a draft,
I like this.
okay? We got 4 spots, okay? And the topic for this episode is going to be desserts. I want a dessert draft right now. I'll give you a minute.
I like this.
I'll give you a
I
minute
like
to
this a
start
lot.
thinking.
I already know my number 1.
And we're going to go in. Let's go clockwise. We'll start with Brian with the number 1 pick. No. Actually,
So,
we need to figure out a way
let's
to
do
get the.
one pick at a time too, because I don't want to.
No, absolutely. One
I
pick
don't-
at a time.
Lottery.
We need to, it's a draft.
All right, all right.
We need to figure out a way to get the number 1 pick. Where's the bing? We need the
I like
bingo.
this. I like this.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Nobody's taking mine.
Siri, pick a number between 1 and 3.
Oh, hello, Siri.
2.
Ooh, so that,
Pick
That's me.
2.
is it you? I don't know.
Number
So
1 pick.
we'll go clockwise.
All right.
Oh,
You got
with my
snubbed at the
number
third
1
pick.
pick.
but then I get 4, right?
I don't know.
Do I go 3
Yeah,
and then 4?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
Yeah, snake draft.
So then really I got Snake.
I'm going to go number 1 dessert.
This is obvious. I feel like this is totally obvious.
You better
Yes,
not
me.
fucking steal mine, dude.
If he doesn't say it, I'm stealing yours for sure.
Your number 1 dessert.
Dessert. I mean,
You love
all right.
food.
I'm going to say Reese's peanut
Yeah,
butter
you choked.
cup.
You choked.
Ooh,
Reese's
that's
peanut
good.
butter
That's
cup.
good.
Choked.
Reese's peanut butter
And
cup.
Frozen, right?
Choke.
And frozen,
I
right?
said it.
And frozen, right?
Yeah,
chilled.
chilled.
Yeah.
Frozen, chilled, whatever.
Yeah,
Melt in my mouth.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
I don't know why you wouldn't say this one. Ice cream. Why would you not take ice cream?
Time out.
Why would you not
What
take
kind
ice
of
cream?
ice cream?
Yeah.
All right, I
That's
didn't
the
realize
thing,
it
you
was
gotta
very
be
detailed.
specific.
Get outta here.
Here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to take that away. My number 2 pick in the dessert draft, I'm going to go with the chocolate chip cookie.
Okay.
Why would you not pick a chocolate chip cookie? It's one of the most common desserts on the planet.
Reese's.
What are you going, Chips Ahoy or Oreo?
No,
Yeah.
like a chocolate, a nice soft chocolate chip cookie. It can be from anywhere.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be
Miss
branded.
Fields.
Yeah, you can't pick a chocolate chip
All
cookie
right,
now.
fair enough.
I picked them up
All
already.
right, no chocolate. All right.
And you can't pick a Reese's peanut butter cup.
there it is. I'm going cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Wow.
What do you mean, wow?
I feel like
That's
there's so
fucking-
many more. No, you continue. My team's gonna be stacked.
Cheesecake is fucking delicious.
Oh,
picking-
wait, do you pick cheesecake?
Cheesecake at the
I did
3.
pick it, yeah.
Great choice.
Thank you.
At the
That's a
3.
great choice. I
Cheesecake.
didn't even
Yeah, fuck
think
that.
about it.
And that eliminates all cheesecake. You can go strawberry. you can go-
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It eliminates
it's
them all.
fucking-
All cheesecake is now gone.
And you know what?
Your
Ready
next
for this
pick?
one? Going back to back. I'm going ice cream sandwich.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
okay.
That one. That is great. That's a
and
good
you
one.
go, and there's so many different kinds, but you know what? It doesn't.
No,
matter.
just a regular
doesn't
ice
matter
cream
what
sandwich.
kind.
Nah,
You
that is a
got-
good pick.
Double your pleasure, double your fun.
Absolutely good pick. I'm interested to hear what Dennis has to say here.
It's your turn. It's
No,
Oh,
a
it
snake
goes
draft.
back?
What are you
I don't
Oh, it
think
goes back? Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Actually, no, wait, because
It's a snake draft, we said.
yeah, snake draft. So it goes
Your
back
turn.
to you.
Okay.
Uh,
With the number 5 pick, the 5th pick, right?
It doesn't matter.
1, 2, 3, 4. It absolutely matters. If you were being ranked, I would want to be the number 1 pick too. All right. 5th pick, I got Cookie at number 2. So at number 5, I'm gonna go with Cake. Cake.
all right. just
Okay.
kidding. All right.
All right, I'm going to go
Nice
with...
fat birthday
Oh, sorry
cake.
to interrupt.
What's your specialty? Are you going
Yeah.
like confetti?
I go
cake?
ice cream cake.
Okay.
I
I
have
want
an ice cream
tiramisu or whatever.
But I'm just gonna take
Like
all
cookies
cake,
and cream cake.
all
All right.
cake out
All
of the
cake, all
equation.
cake out
All
of
right.
it.
I'm going to go with pie.
That's a good
Take
one.
all the pies.
That's a great one.
Chocolate cream pie, boysenberry pie,
Boston,
raspberry
Boston cream pie.
Boston cream pie. My favorite though is actually we made it off of my good friends, literally family friends, Egbert and Josh's house. Mulberry pie.
I like the Edelman's.
Delicious.
It's in Publix. The Edelman's, like, it kind of looks like Hershey's. Like,
Oh, those little pies.
that's
Yeah.
the only kind of pie I like. Only kind.
Those are good. And so is, honestly, hear me out, McDonald's in Florida, in South Florida, McDonald's has a guava and cheese pie, like a classic Miami type pastry. They sell them down here. The guava and cheese
McDonald's.
pies, they're absolutely delicious.
I haven't been to McDonald's in years. I haven't been. I
What's
made
your
a
go-to fast food?
I made a vow.
Do you-
I understand.
No,
I made a vow.
I've been anti.
And it's not even.
So.
It's not even. No, not fast food. I eat fast food for
Just
sure.
not
What's your
McDonald's.
go-to?
I don't eat McDonald's because I waited in the drive-through lane one time for like 40 minutes,
Yeah,
and I
that's
said,
unreal.
I'm never doing this again. I'm never going to
Yeah.
McDonald's again.
Wow.
I'm real petty.
That
about it.
really
No,
ruined
I'm
your
surprised you
McDonald's.
went 40.
I also don't.
How can you
No,
go to
40.
40?
I waited a long. I was really
I'm all
hungry.
choked up.
This was like a midnight. Like McDonald's, like fast food hits very nice at midnight.
Of course,
When you
you're
really-
not lying.
I really needed the McDonald's. I waited 40 minutes and I finally got my shit. I said, I'm never doing that again. It's the
No.
last time.
40 minutes.
About 40, maybe 30, but
All right,
it
but
was a
even-
long
even
time.
10's a lot.
Right. Way too long. I said, I'm never doing this again.
That's
it.
ridiculous.
I also don't like, I just don't like McDonald's because I don't know. Something about it, I don't
I
like
like
it.
Wendy's.
But Chick-fil-A,
Checkers, I can get down with Checkers.
I can't go against Chick-fil-A. Bole has been my favorite. I've been crushing Bole. All right, we're still in the draft. I don't
Alright.
even know what happened.
Yeah.
This escalated.
I took I took cake.
So you took cake. So now it's back to me for 1-on-1.
I took
Yeah.
cookie. How many picks
You
are we
took,
at?
we got 4. So I got 3 and 4 coming up, and then we're switching it back to you.
5, 6. You took.
Well, I said...
You won't take this one, trust me.
What
I
did you
already
take?
said for my second one...
Who's on your team?
All right, I'm going to say Nerds Gummy Clusters.
Ooh, that's a solid one.
Nerds
Okay,
Gummy
so that's your
Clusters.
third pick. Then.
Yes.
All
Brian.
right, my
Or is it your
third-
second?
What? No, that's not my third pick. That would be... Well, that would be, yes, my third pick in order, but that's not the third pick in overall.
Who
But
gives a shit?
you're done-
I give a
we
shit.
got
Yeah.
top 4.
This is crazy.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kieran Kelly.
This is crazy.
My man.
What's happening?
We're getting in a heated debate right now about desserts. All right, so we went top 4 desserts. What is your...
No, we went a dessert draft. That's
We
what
did go with
did.
dessert,
Yeah, dessert
draft. I
draft.
went cheesecake number 1, ice cream sandwich number 2, whiskey and Coke 3, marijuana 4.
Marijuana is not a dessert.
You haven't tried... Don't
not
lie.
Not
even
with that
does-
attitude.
My man, before we get into some talk about the Phillies, your go-to dessert.
My go-to dessert is ice cream.
Oh,
whose team is that? Who's?
I know that's your team, Rich. I know that's your team, Rich.
Told you.
But
Told you guys
here's
were
what I asked for.
nuts.
Kieran, what kind of ice cream are we talking? What's your go-to ice cream?
Breyer's chocolate.
Sure, that's fine. That's on the list.
I want your thoughts. Who's to blame for the Phillies not winning the World Series? All together, not just Game 6. Who's to blame altogether?
Castellanos.
I agree.
Wow. Yeah.
He provided absolutely no protection for Bryce Harper in the World Series. He was, 0 for, 18, 19 going into Game 6?
You set the major league record for strikeouts in a World Series. You got 3 runs over the final 3 games, 4, 5, and 6, when you had a lead 2-1. I mean, look, and you talked me into the right direction. Yes, they should have left Wheeler in Game 6, and did it cost them the game? Probably, but 1 run on 3 hits. The offense is getting overlooked, and it's
absolutely. And the thing is, after that game, Wheeler said that he was surprised.
Yeah, caught him off guard.
Topper came and took him out. But if you look at it, that's exactly how he managed every game. He said, I want 11, 12 outs from each guy. Once they fall into this pitching window, I'm going to start playing matchups. My other question, other than pulling Wheeler, is why wouldn't you go to Ranger Suarez?
Agreed. And look, I've told you this too.
We'll fix our lighting situation real quick.
Yeah, why not? Because why not? I didn't second guess this guy all year. Since he took over for Girardi. They were asking us about this. Where would the Phillies be if Girardi was the Phillies manager? Well, we'd have a top 5 draft pick this year. He did his...
Absolutely.
I thought he did it. He brought in if not our best bullpen option, our second best bullpen option, and it didn't work. It bit him in the ass. At the end of the day, you probably should have left Wheeler in because, like Real Muto said, he had lightning bolts coming out of his fingers. And... It stings, but it doesn't feel like the 2004 Super Bowl. It doesn't feel like the 93 World Series. It feels more like the 2010 Stanley Cup where it's like, shit, we could have won that,
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, I keep, harkening back to Clark's where he's like, I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I hate that.
And that's kind of how I feel about the Phillies in that World Series. I mean, you had an 87-win team, just took arguably the best team in baseball, depending on how you look at the cheating scandals, to 6 games in the World Series. Gave them their only 2 losses in the postseason.
Only 2
losses.
losses.
Were just mowing people down until they got to Philadelphia.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. That is all to be proud of, honestly. Like, not even, I'm a Yankee fan. They steamrolled through us. Well, you're talking about the 3 runs in the last 2 games or whatever, or 3 games? Dude. The Yankees felt that every single game of that series, man.
And that was I genuinely felt bad for you guys, being both you and Bobby are Yankees fans.
Yeah, it was rough.
I did not see that coming by the Astros, and I was genuinely worried. But when we stole Game 1, I'm like, all right, here we are, let's roll. Fuck it.
Yeah,
very little to lose, whole lot to gain.
I was rooting for you guys because I don't want a bunch of cheaters to win.
It's sad when he makes a great play at first base and you're like, oh, look at this fucking guy. All right, he does have it in him. No, it shouldn't be that way. I
agree. And so here's my theory on that, and I don't know if I told you this before or not, but I think that you see the effect even more so now of the Harper injuries. If Harper's not injured and he can actually play right field, well, now you're platooning Castellanos and Reese at first base, and they're swapping off being DH the whole season. Now Castellanos was phenomenal in the postseason in the outfield, but that's not what
pump the brakes.
Paid Castellanos to hit dingers.
Pump the brakes,
right, and mash the ball.
Did you say Castellanos?
Bryce Harper not being able to play right field and forcing Castellanos and Hoskins to be everyday players, kind of. You see the impact of that now.
Did you say Castellanos was phenomenal this postseason?
In the outfield, yeah, he was. His defense was
By
fantastic.
By accident. Let's be real. He's
Listen, I didn't say it wasn't a fluke. I just said he played a very good right field.
but him at the plate, it's like, Jesus Christ, you got to be dicking my bird.
Well, that's why I said at the beginning. That's what I said at the beginning, that he cost us. He cost us that World Series by going 0 for 18, 0 for 19.
Amazing at the plate. All you have to do is throw him breaking balls.
Yeah, well, and that was the thing. And you could see it. It was like watching Ryan Howard flail at low and away breaking balls all over again.
Oh man.
I know. I got to ask you, how much of which was more devastating, the Union or the Phillies?
Stop.
Stop.
They have a name for people who don't care about soccer. They're called Americans.
My man. All right. Well, we'll focus on the Sixers come April, but we got 8-0 Eagles to worry about. My man.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the Lakers. We haven't really
Oh.
talked about them in a little bit.
I can't.
Russell, we haven't done a podcast in a while,
Yeah,
but
Absolutely.
we haven't talked about this Russell Westbrook situation.
Coming off
I'd
the bench right
I'd
now,
love to
right?
know what your thoughts are about that, because I have some thoughts. I don't think he deserves everything that he's getting.
Yeah, I don't
right
think
now.
he deserves all the
I think he's
terrible
playing
treatment,
fantastic.
But I wouldn't say he's playing fantastic, but
The media is only
I
showing.
wouldn't say he's playing
The media is
fantastic. I wouldn't
only
have brought it
showing
up.
his
saying
shit
that.
plays. He throws. All right,
been
fantastic's
games-
a lot.
It reminds me a lot of the 2004 Lakers, in the sense that I think Westbrook's past his prime. I think.
Oh, absolutely.
I think,
Gary Payton.
No
and look,
question.
LeBron's still very talented, but LeBron is past his prime.
Absolutely.
I think Anthony Davis could still get back to his prime.
I think he's past it. A blind monkey. can tell you that.
But yes, I think they're trying to polish a turd right now.
Here's the thing.
It's probably the best way to
The
put it.
Lakers right now, when Russ is on the floor, their plus minus is plus 47. When LeBron is on the floor,
That's good work, buddy.
it is minus 11.
wow.
What does that statistic say?
Here's what that statistic says to
It's
me.
either minus 11 or minus 7.
That's fine.
Westbrook's not
I
playing
know.
as
I know
much.
for a fact it's plus 47. when
I'll
Russ
put
is
it to you
playing.
this way: that statistic where you said LeBron's minus something,
Yeah.
that doesn't hold any water to me. I'd rather have LeBron on the court than not on the court.
I don't know, man.
It's just-
He's been shit in the bed.
Lakers 14th place, 2-7. Only
Oh,
the Rockets.
my
are
God.
behind them.
2-7?
Rockets
9
1 and
games in.
9.
Oh man. The
I'm
the
not saying the
Magic's 2-8.
Yeah, Pistons are too. And so is Golden State. Well, Golden State's 2 and
What are the Sixers?
3 and
What's
7.
the
sorry.
Sixers record? It was
4-6.
4 and
right
6.
now.
The Nets are 4 and
Same as
6.
the Nets.
We're doing better than those teams, but I mean, it's one game better than them, pretty much. Like,
I'm
what do you
not-
do? It's early in the season.
For me, after just watching what the Phillies did and currently watching what the Eagles are doing, I'm not worried about the Sixers, honestly, until like Christmas Day.
Here's something. Are we gonna make the playoffs?
The Sixers, yeah, they'll yes.
You think?
Eh,
don't
yeah,
I'll put
They
it to you
have
this
to.
way: there's no way that the Sixers miss the playoffs and Doc Rivers is still the coach.
Oh,
next
Yeah,
year.
absolutely.
There's no way.
And yo, shout out Major League Soccer for having a great season this year. Honestly, like record growth. Also, fun news I just got: Major League Soccer is seriously they're on their 30th team right now. Las Vegas and San Diego are the last two, pretty much. Like the last two teams bidding in serious talks for it, and they're leaning towards San Diego as a team as it seems right now. So interesting that Major League Soccer is joining the 30-team club of the 4 major sports leagues.
That's
soon
nice.
to be 5.
Look, I know as an outsider, I'm not a diehard. I'm going to be watching the World Cup. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I
go
will be
USA.
watching the World Cup. Don't get me wrong. But Major League Soccer,
Doesn't do it for me.
I'm a diehard Philadelphia.
Love the highlights.
I'm a diehard Philadelphia fan, and my city made the championship in Major League Soccer, and you saw it.
Yeah.
Those were the only 2 or 3 minutes that I watched of it yesterday.
My friend is in the Sons of Ben and got flown out privately to that game to go as a supporter, which was awesome.
And that was that a championship
Yeah,
game? Right?
MLS Cup.
I'm not that
Here,
into it.
I remember a statistic my buddy Luke told me
Mm-hmm.
over the phone. He said Philadelphia has just become the first
Yes.
city ever to have two teams in that city lose in
A
the
championship on the same night.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
First city ever. You know how many
That's
cities there are? You know how many sports teams there
It's
are?
rare that they play on the
lot.
same night in a championship, you know?
But the
odds of that happening are very, very low.
I think it's just lost a championship. I don't even think it's the same night.
Hey, before we go to, I got one question about the World Cup. USA's group, Iran, Wales, England, USA. We play them each once. If we end up in the top 2, we advance. Are we going to advance?
Yes.
Your thoughts?
Dude, I have no idea.
Yes.
Yes, I think so too, but it's going to be tough. All of those teams are pretty tough. The
England's
weakest one's
especially
Iran.
tough.
But
Yeah, obviously Iran. It's not your Iran. It's
But
not my
Wales
Iran,
has
it's
Gareth
Iran.
Bale, and England is England. So we have the best team we've ever had in
just saw
soccer
Gareth
history.
Bale.
We should be proud. Our team is made up of entirely European players that are Americans, pretty much. Like playing in European leagues, the best in the world. And shout out to MLS getting up
I'm
to like
looking
5th
forward
in the
to it.
world, but with leagues, like a top 10 leagues in the world at least.
Do we
But
want to talk about Brittany Griner before we leave?
oh yeah, Brittany.
You did want to talk about Brittany Griner. Let's get into Brittany
U.S.
Griner before we
U.S.
leave.
diplomats just visited her in
She's done.
prison. Yeah, she's
That's a wrap on the season. On the
up.
career.
yeah. They're,
She f***ed up.
negotiations are still open, but it doesn't seem like they're going anywhere.
Look,
Oh, I thought it was done.
it's a harsh sentence.
Oh, absolutely. But it's
a harsh
nothing you can do about it.
sentence.
What are you going to do?
But you
Obey the law.
You f***ed up in the wrong country.
That's right.
Yeah,
That-
at the wrong
what do you wanna
time
say?
too.
Like,
It's a rule. Not
If this
supposed to do it.
happened
You
5
did it.
years
It's
ago,
a rule.
she would have been released.
Society
but-
cannot function without rules. There has to be rules.
Considering the current events
fucked
and
up in the wrong country, man.
yeah, and
Like,
especially at this time, like right now, why would you be in Russia during the invasion of Ukraine? Are you crazy? And to do that, and like, I'm sorry, I'm all for like free or whatever, but like at the same time, you got to call a spade and be like, what the hell are you doing?
some people are going overboard trying to get her back. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
like,
no. Here's the
stop.
thing: is if this is LeBron,
Need
is
Dennis
he stuck?
Rodman.
Is he stuck? I don't think so.
No, LeBron would get saved, but why would he be in
I
Russia
think he'd
during
be
this?
smarter than to fucking.
Go
No,
there,
absolutely.
you know?
But if the same situation applied, and it was LeBron
You
instead
know
of
what?
Green,
I would hope not.
there's no way in hell
I would
LeBron
hope not.
would do
I would
that.
hope not.
honestly-
If it's same standards for everyone.
Yeah,
You f***ed up in Russia.
Right.
Smarten up.
yeah,
All right.
You know what's coming. Like,
duh.
sorry.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
go there, it's a 10-year prison sentence if you're caught with a like if you're caught with a crumb of it, like you're done.
Rules are
It's
rules.
not like it was her first time ever in Russia. She plays basketball over there in
To
the
make more
off-season.
money than WNBA would pay
Like,
her.
you should know. Whatever. Cheesecake.
It's a slightly messed up situation,
Some
but at the
cheesecake
same
tonight.
time, life's all about free will, and sometimes you make decisions, and sometimes you really fuck your life up, and that's an example of it right there.
The good news for us is we can go home and get high in the privacy of our own.
You have your dessert, right?
And have our dessert. Yeah.
If that's what you call dessert.
Welcome to America, Brittany.
And
man.
that's gonna have to do it
I hope she does okay, but
for us today.
I'm rooting for her. Don't get me wrong, but you f***ed up.
Yeah, no, you messed up. It's
you got to
over.
take
fucked up.
accountability for your actions.
Should
Like,
she have to do 9 years? No.
Yeah, given a 10-year sentence, like man.
No.
Like, yeah, but like she's
Might-
been there a year
I
already.
know.
Like, so yeah, it's 10. But
All right, that's gonna do it here at Ejected Incorporated. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Ejected Podcast. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Have a day, folks. Have a day.
God bless.
Harper hits one in the air.